To begin the quest, the Great Divide, we travel south of the Overlook Road in the Shivering Isles, coming across a small settlement named Split. Amidst a cluster of buildings and in the centre of the town, the residents congregate, and we notice a nearby Imperial named Jastira Nanus. More curiously is what appears to be her nearby doppelganger, and as we approach the scene, her devious twin shares.
Guess what? I found another dead rat. Here, take this.
Thanks, I guess. Sorry, was that your twin who walked by?
Not enough corpses around here, but there should be. Those stupid manics. They ruin everything. You talk to Orkvir, he can tell you what to do.
What do you mean, take care of the manics?
Sure would be nice to see one more corpse around here. One that looks like me, but isn't me. Take my meaning? See you.
Thoroughly confused, we note in our journal. A resident of Split has told me I should speak with Orkvir Beararm to help solve the problem of all the doubles in town. There are 2 Orkvir Beararms in town, so I can speak to either one. Funnily enough, we remember hearing something similar with rumours during our travels of the Isles, as citizens could be heard saying.
Every resident of Split has a double living in the town.
Every person in Split has been divided into their manic and demented halves.
Deciding our best course of action is to proceed and speak to one of these supposed Orkvirs. We track down the only Nord we can find in town as he hurriedly rakes his garden, as if being timed for this endeavour. Approaching him, he grumbles.
I'd get more work done if it weren't for my layabout double living in town. Terrible drain on productivity. Never know who's who. It's been a problem for too long.
So you weren't born twins then? What happened?
A wizard did it, stupid layabout mage. Had a theory about each of us having a manic and demented side. He decided to test the theory, cast a spell, split us all in 2. Do we get twice the work done? No. Ridiculous. We're not allowed to take care of it either. There are rules. And I don't want to end up on the hill of suicides. You, on the other hand...
Now, just as a quick aside, the dastardly hill Orkvir mentioned is a diabolical creation by the mad mind of Lord Sheogorath to ensure that the residents of the Isles don't take the easy way out. A video entailing what happens if one was to prematurely end their existence in the Shivering Isles is linked at the end of this one. We can then inquire, okay, what can I do?
Get rid of that demented bunch. Useless anyway. Don't get a lick of work done around this town. If you get rid of them, I'll make it worth your while.
Before reflexively agreeing to slaughtering the demented denizens of Split, we probably should speak to the citizens first to find which solution we agree with most, and respond. Orkvir, you know what? Let me think about it.
Too much thinking, not enough work getting done. Fine, you think it over, but stay away from the other me, that demented Orkvir. He'll try to offer you the same kind of deal, that handsome devil, but he can't be trusted. Make the right decision.
Before we continue, it should be noted the developers have absolutely outdone themselves with this quest and the sheer volume of mostly unseen dialogue peppered throughout the Shivering Isles itself, but especially here. See, each character has painstakingly and rather lovingly been gifted a slew of dialogue which showcases their unique mental malady that I'm going to showcase in this video, as it's an absolute crime that you miss it in-game, and you'll soon see why. Now, point in case, an additional 5 greetings were recorded for the demented Orkvir, but the quest-related dialogue always takes precedence, as he would have greeted.
Hey there, I'm Orkvir Beararm. They call me that because I once wrestled a bear, not because I work all day out in my garden without a shirt on. I'm really busy, got lots to do, so if you don't mind, make it quick. I guess I can spare you a minute, but not more than that. I've got to get back to work. Always more work to do than time to do it.
Leaving the industrious manic Orkvir to his gardening, we note, the manic Orkvir Beararm has suggested I kill all the demented in town. He'll reward me if I do. Searching around the corner behind his house, we find his demented counterpart, who greets between generous gulps of ale.
My double is always working. It takes all my energy just watching him work. It's got to stop. It's a problem, all these doubles walking around. And it's tiresome. Didn't used to be like this. Only one group can stick around. Either we demented or those blasted manics. It's the only way we'll find any peace. You get rid of those manics, all of them. If you can take care of that for me, I'd make it worth your while.
We then admit, look, I've been asked by your double to end the demented of Split. Tell me why I shouldn't help him out.
Yeah, whatever. This whole conversation has worn me out. Just stay away from the other Horkveer. He might offer you the same deal, but that guy is crazy. Trust me.
As with other citizens, Horkveer originally would have also greeted.
Hello there. I suppose I should make the effort to introduce myself. I'm Horkveer Beararm. I hope there isn't anything I can do for you. Oh, hello. Can't you see I'm dozing off here? I was just daydreaming about how awful life is. I'd like to get back to that as soon as possible. I hope there isn't something you need from me. Being needed is worse than being forgotten, isn't it? I think so. Well, go on. Go on. You sure you want me? If not, I'd rather just sit down a while, maybe take a nap.
Leaving the lazy Beararm to his slouching, we similarly note the demented Horkveer Beararm has suggested I kill all the manics in town. He'll reward me if I do so, though the reward and the difference between each has not yet been made clear to us, if any. Now, to get a feel of the town before we callously murder half of its residents, we begin to speak to each pair of doubles, which, if you can't already tell, I love this quest and every NPC involved. Starting with the manic counterpart of the corpse-counting Jastira Nanus, is her Imperial manic twin who greets.
Hello. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hi! I'm Jastira Nanus. 4, 5, 6. As you can see, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm a little busy counting at the moment. 11, 12, 13. Oh, no! I lost count. Crap. Okay. Well, what do you want? 3, 4. I sure don't like my double. 5, 6. She doesn't count right.
We then query, so why is it you don't like your double?
7, 8. Don't like that other Jastira. 9, 10. Not one bit. 1, 2, 3. Is this important? 4, 5, 6. I'm counting. 8, 9. Oh, no, I missed 7. Speak up before I get mad. Take care.
Locating the loitering, demented Jastira, although we've already spoken to her before.
Yes? It's been too long since I've seen a corpse.
She has 3 additional greetings we would otherwise never hear.
Did you know I've counted over 954 dead rats, 137 dead grummites, and 12 dead men? I'm Jastira Nanus, by the way. I count corpses. I'm good at it. It's been so long since I've seen a corpse to count. Perhaps I'll have to make my own. Yep, that's what I'll have to do. Yes, can I help you? It's the mad god himself, my lord. I've been keeping track of all the dead things for you. There's lots of dead things. I've counted them all.
Our next potential victim is the demented Atrabi, found wandering in the center of town, who greets.
What? Love talking to you. Really?
Asking her about her double, she claims.
I sure am glad that other Atrabi is around. I sure don't want her dead. See you.
Unfortunately, the bulk of Atrabi's greetings have been cut from the game and never recorded in the construction set, which is a shame because the developers took so much extra care for her specifically, as she's a pathological liar, as seen with her dialogue on screen. Though I will share a few of the bevy of her lies, such as, like all other characters of Split, she will comment on our progression through the main quest of the Isles if we took the time to visit her between each.
That gatekeeper is tough. He's still alive. He killed that adventurer trying to get in. So we're all still perfectly safe.
Uniquely, she will also take time to share questionable comments on other quests.
The Argonian, Bighead, is always searching for the spoon of horripilation. Yeah, the spoon of horripilation. Certainly not a fork.
And even treacherous wilderness lies.
Always fight a Grummite in the water or in the rain. They hate water.
Speaking to her book-loving counterpart,
See you later.
she manically muses.
What?
Someone should write a book about the problems we're having with our doubles here in Split. Hello, I'm Matrabi. People think I'm not friendly because I'm always reading. I enjoy a good conversation, though. The real world just isn't as colorful as the ones in the storybooks, is it? Nor as truthful as the essays and histories, alas. You remind me of one of the characters from a story I've been reading. What can I do for you? Not to be rude or anything, but I'm anxious to get back to my book. My lord, there aren't enough pages in all the books in the world to hold your glory.
Like to do about your less literate twin.
Sure would be nice to read something about the other Atrabi, like an epitaph. Goodbye.
To our right, we then bump into the manic Jazidzo, who jokes.
About to end.
Know what's funny about having a double? Nothing.
You don't find having a double humorous, I take it.
Why did I cross the road? To avoid the other Jizinzo. That's no joke. Hello, ahaha.
Now, I know I have been digressing pre-murder, but Manic Jazidzo has the greatest and potentially most morbid jokes in the entire game that would be a crime if I didn't share.
I'm Jizinzo. What has 4 legs, a tail, and is red in Cyrodiil? A bloody black horse courier. I wouldn't be caught dead with a necrophiliac. On the other hand, you have different fingers. Oh, yeah. Did you hear about the 2 Argonians that walked into a tavern? The second one should have seen it coming. Why did Sheogorath measure the Shivering Isles? Because he's the ruler. Why are pirates pirates? Because they just are. Oh. What time is it when a minotaur sits on your fence? Time to get a new fence. Why did the bandit take a bath? To get a clean getaway. A day without sunshine is like night. Why do wizards write books? Because they're good at spelling. What do you call a golden saint who has his fingers stuck in his ears? Anything you like, he can't hear you. What did Sheogorath say to the man who refused to wear pants? Come to the Shivering Isles. I can clearly see your nuts.
Jazidzo's jests about the main quests can range from the mundane, such as when we enter the Isles or defeat the gatekeeper.
What do you get when you cross an adventurer with a gatekeeper? A dead gatekeeper.
But trust me when I say, returning to this quirky cat just to hear his quip about the chalice of reversal is worth it for the eyebrow raise alone.
So the addict says to the whore, "Give me back my chalice of reversal." So she says, "Is that a great torch in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?"
Which brings us to Jazidzo's grumpy counterpart, who greets.
I don't like you. I don't like my double even more. Look, I don't know you. I don't really want to know you. If you insist on talking to me, go right ahead, but I won't promise to be nice. I thought I made it perfectly clear. I'm not interested in whatever you are selling, so if you don't mind, don't you have something better to do than to bother perfectly innocent people with your idiotic rambling? But if you insist, go right on ahead. I don't know where you get the impression that I want to talk with you.
You must be kinda slow, huh? Lord Sheogorath, up off his throne and slumming it with us little folk, eh? Well, it's good to see you. What can I possibly do for you, my lord?
You're still annoying me, but not as much as the other Jizutsu.
See you.
8, 9, 10.
Speaking next to the fearful Urul Gro Agamf,
Aye.
he warns.
Yikes! Get away from me, you foul beast! I'm Urul Gro Agamf. You shouldn't scare people like that. Well, I don't care if you are a mean, nasty wolf. It isn't nice, okay? Okay? Just don't hurt me. Yikes! Get away from me, you foul beast! Somebody help! A mountain lion has gotten into the village! Don't eat me! For the love of Sheogorath, please don't eat me! Nice doggy. Good doggy. Don't hurt me, doggy. Doggy want a bone? No, not my bones. Not my bones. Eek! I've never seen such a huge bird. Don't peck out my eyes. I mean it. Stay back, you. Don't eat me. Don't eat me. By Sheogorath's beard, you're a mean-looking one. He's got to go before he eats me. Take care.
The Manic Urul can be found near the outdoor dining area.
What?
I don't like you, and I don't want to talk to you.
Yes?
What?
And will surprisingly say,
Have you seen my double, you cute little monkey? Have you?
Monkey? Wow. Your double thinks you want to eat him.
Hello, little one. I'm Urul Gro Agamf. All kinds of cute animals come to visit me, just like you did. You're a pretty butterfly, aren't you? You're certainly a cute little thing, aren't you? Did you fly a long way? You did? Come here and perch on my shoulder for a while. Hello there. You're a cute little thing, aren't you? A little baby bear. Did you get lost? I've never seen such colors on a cat before. You're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Are you a gruff little dog, are you? Well, come curl up here by my feet then. A god? My god. Wow! I thought furry little puppy dogs were the cutest thing in the world, but look at you! I could just eat you up.
Your double thinks you want to eat him. But I'm guessing now you probably just threatened to nibble his toes.
I sure don't like him. No, I don't, you fuzzy little sweetie pie.
I see
Take
no
care.
reason to talk to you.
With all the residents of Split accounted for, it's now time for us to pick a side. Though, of course, we will explore killing each of the counterparts just to be thorough, starting with the Demented, then the Manics. But first, what happens if you fail the quest? Well, we need to pick a side just to do that, so we return to Hawkveer and explain.
Made up your mind yet? There's work to be done.
You know what? I've met the people of this town. I'll do it.
Good. A little hard work will do you some good. Just get rid of those demented freaks, and we'll all be happier. And stay away from us Manics. You kill any of us by accident, you won't be getting anything from me.
I've
See
heard
you.
they feel at home
Greetings.
in the water.
You're talking to me, and I don't like you. Goodbye.
To explore killing the wrong resident and the repercussions of doing so, we return to the Manic Hawkveer and announce, I'll do it. By the way, why don't you take care of it? Instead of slaughtering the demented Nanus, if we mistakenly donk her Manic counterpart.
Agreed.
A pop-up would read, I've killed one of the Manic residents of Split. I won't get rewarded for my efforts.
Help! Murder! Better them than me.
Yes?
You're still speaking. Stop.
Congruently, speaking to a disappointed Hawkveer, he flatly states,
Made a real mess of things here.
I can still kill other doubles though, right?
You've made a mess of all that. You're a terrible worker. Bye.
With the quest failed outright, we forgo our reward, and can converse with the rest of the rowdy residents, who are not afraid to display their contempt for our failure, effectively leaving them to deal with their unwanted doubles for the foreseen future.
I didn't like you before. Now I really don't like you. What a mess.
You cute little bunny. You've done a horrible thing here. Bad bunny, bad.
You've written a tragedy in our small town.
What do you call someone who messes everything up? You.
Counting the wrong corpses, you were a big help.
You sure didn't mess things up. No, not at all. Didn't make things much worse. Not at all.
You horrible creature. You've ruined everything. You've messed this place up. I'm tired just thinking about it. It must be exhausting messing up the way you do. Nice work. Goodbye.
And we can't help feel half bad for the remaining residents, knowing their only alternative to escape their despised doubles is on Sheogorath's infamous hill, or at the Mad God's more infamous whim. If instead we look to succeed in fulfilling our promise, we choose to speak to the demented representative Hawkveer when ready to commence the slaughter, and he appraises.
Have you made up your mind? I'm getting tired just waiting for an answer.
I'll do it.
Good. Just get rid of all those manics in town, and we'll all be happier. Don't kill any demented, though, or no reward for you.
Interestingly, bad news travels fast in Split, as if we speak to the manic Urulgro Agamph, he warns.
You're a dangerous little rascal. Stay away from me.
Realizing that killing the residents still counts as murder, and not wanting to visit the Isle's infamous jail anytime soon, we wait until nightfall, entering the orcs' home under the guise of darkness. Should be noted, like most of the other dwellings in the Isles, the houses in Split are standard fare with the usual local foodstuffs, an excess of booze, and a few decent items and potions, plus a healthy dose of Sheogorath busts littered around, though we will skip looting the contents of most of the domiciles. It should be noted, Urul possesses the only bottle of Bernice's alley wine in the Isles, which you couldn't pay me to drink. Waiting until the cuddly orc is at ease, we pat him with the ferocity of a special needs sidekick that's found a small bunny, and send his body flying. With each death, we get an update and can collect the effects of each citizen, which generally is clothing and a low-level amount of gold. Anything outside of this worth mentioning, of course, I will do so. So I will skip over most of the petty items found on the residents. However, what is noteworthy is that after each assassination, we can then take time to speak to the victim's counterpart, such as the demented Agamph, as we realise the archway in the centre of town effectively splits the demented and manic citizens. We then head into the orc's abode to be met with an awesomer in his underwear, who upon seeing us exclaims,
Yikes! Get away from me, you foul beast!
Relax. I just came to tell you, your cuddly-wuddly double will be causing you no more trouble. Lee.
You've killed my double? Good work. Now please, just leave me alone. I taste terrible.
Taste terrible?
Just keep going. Nothing to eat here.
We'll be the judge of that. Heading back to the manic portion of town, we enter the northernmost dwelling, inside finding a slumbering manic Jazidzo on the ground floor. Next to his bed are a handful of books, which surprises that he owns any, to say the least. Regardless, we rouse the napping feline, and he jests.
What do you call someone who wants to kill you? Nothing.
Before we can figure out what to do with the crass cat, we bump into his roommate, the bookish Atrabi, who intercepts.
This is your last warning. Get out, or I'll call the guards and have you arrested.
Outside, we see a golden saint loitering, and think it best to rethink brute force. We then re-enter the Gajit's home, waiting until Atrabi retires to her loft, and stealthily brandish our mace, whispering, Looks like this one is about to have a real catastrophe. Of course, it is worth noting Jazidzo has 8 skooma on his remains and a telltale mug, which skooma imbibers seem to prefer. and his jokes start to all make sense. Entering his surly counterpart's abode across the way, we're similarly met with a demented Atrabi
It's time for you to leave, my friend.
before waking the remaining Jazidzo.
I'm sure there is somebody who is really interested in what you have to say. Too bad for you that somebody ain't me. Buzz off.
Well, here's a joke you'll appreciate. What's yellow and red but ended up dead in their bed?
Killed the other one, huh? You're annoying, but you do good work. See you later.
Returning to the manic Jazidzo's house, his feline companion, roused by the ruckus, happens upon his corpse.
That's a real shame. Show mercy!
As we show her what we learnt in a book. A spell book. Seeing the deceptive Atrabi in the demented Jazidzo's house, she greets.
Get out of here! Speak, madman.
It's about your manic counterpart. She's, alive and well?
I didn't hear you kill the other Atrabi, and I'm not happy about it. Take care.
Entering the most northeastern building in Split, we then find a sleeping Jastira Nanus counting sheep in her sleep, and decide to add a single arrow to her cranium. With the Imperial dead, we locate her doppelganger's house on the other side of town and encounter a grisly scene. As the corpse-counting Nanus has all manner of man, possibly myrrh, and creatures' bones, bodies, and skulls proudly displayed in a macabre manner, as well as upstairs a paint and easel in case she needs to paint a few more corpses for her collection. Approaching her, she then overshares.
It's been too long since I've seen a corpse.
Well, head over to Mania and see the other Nanus. Bring your tools.
One more corpse, well done. Take care.
Our final victim lives next to his small crop, being the other quest giver, Hawkveer Beararm. Breaking into his house, hearing us pilfer through his goods, the Nord barrels down the stairs.
I think you should leave.
We soon find on the second level, he has a bottle of unique Felmore swamp wine and an accompanying cure disease scroll in case you accidentally drink it. Seeing the working Nord stand rigid gives us an idea. Paralysed, Hawkveer's fear of remaining stationary becomes a reality before a final stare stomp ends his manic flitting about once and for all. A quest then updates. All of the manic residents of Split are dead. I should return to Hawkveer Beararm for my reward. Seeking out the demented Beararm, after a busy night, before dawn can break, we see the lazy Nord's house is surprisingly well stocked. Upstairs in his sizable abode, he awakens to warn.
It's time for you to leave, my friend. Have you taken care of business yet? It's exhausting just waiting for you.
Yes, you'll have no more troubles with doubles.
Got them all? Makes me tired just thinking about it. Good work, though. Here's the reward I promised.
We're then gifted a tidy 600 gold for our genocide, asking, so, the doubles are done and dusted. What now?
You cleared that up. You must be exhausted. See you later.
We then note, since all the manic duplicates in Split are dead, Hawkveer Beararm gave me my reward. The remaining demented of the town, seeing a new day and era before them, will each comment.
Hello. I still don't like you, but you do good work.
Glad things are settled here. I can finally get some rest.
I hate the fact that you've made everything better. I just hate it.
You've done good work here. Now, please, don't hurt me. Just keep going. Nothing to eat here.
Perfect corpses to count? Finally. Go kill something so I can count its corpse.
Greetings.
Always fight a Grummite in the water or in the rain. They hate water.
They seem at home on land or in the water.
It was a pleasure talking to you. No lie. What?
So what happens if we choose to exterminate the demented denizens of Split? Well, we seek out instead the manic Hawkveer who would task.
I'd get more work done if it weren't for my layabout double living in town.
Jastira Nanus, overhearing our plot, will approach frantically.
I can't count my own corpse. Stay back.
However, we find she can count on a slew of arrows to pepper her corpse.
Hey, come on now. There's no need to get violent.
Is there nothing at all?
Down, murder!
Retrieving her effects, the lying Atrabi looks mortified, and we look for Nanus's manic double in her home to the northeast, who scolds when approached.
1, 2, 3. Hurry before I lose count. 5, 6, 7. Duh! I just lost count.
Speaking of counting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 arrows in demented Janus. Make sure she's no longer alive.
7. Good work. 8, 9. I'm the only Jastira this town needs. 10, 11. Goodbye.
Knowing it's only a matter of time before the demented Atrabi figures out how to get someone to understand we are on a murder spree, not on a resurrection quest, we spring on the lying Khajiit.
You aren't going to kill me. I know it. Bye.
Aye.
Dispatching the cat lady lightning quick, we find on her body a handful of books, as if a crossover from when she was whole, and her roommate comes over to check.
At home in the water.
May you
Goodbye.
rest in
Greetings.
peace.
Seeing her book-loving counterpart, she questions.
Got any stories? I love stories.
Okay, you love stories? Well, story time. There once was a cat named Atrabi, who believed her lies could disarm me.
You've gotten rid of the other one? Fantastic. I can finally get back to my book. Bye.
Catching up to the demented Uril Grower Garmp, he stalks away from the crime scene and admits.
Stay away, you monster. I know what you're up to.
We then allow his anxiety to build as he cowers near Jastira's corpse and give his bones a crunch with a swift blow he never saw coming. We then remove his leathers, taking a bite out of his green flesh, while it's tender, before hunting down his twin, who's also mid-feast, and he questions.
Hello there. You're a cute little thing, aren't you? A little baby bear. Did you get lost?
No, I just got rid of that mean old Urul for you.
Good work, you fuzzy little rascal. We don't need another Ural around, do we? Do we? Goodbye.
Seeing a nearby joking Jizidzo, we realize the only way we can tell the difference between the two is the color of pants, and spin to see the darker trousered, demented double who coldly warns.
You're working for the Manics. Now I really don't like you.
Right before he stalks off to harass the other Manics.
Greetings.
I'm not listening to you. It's because I don't like you.
Thinking of his icy demeanor, we wait until he's out of sight before leveling the curt Khajiit with a nasty frost spell. Interestingly, we find when we investigate his remains, this Jizidzo too has 8 bottles of skooma on his person. So I guess it's true, some people are happy drunks and some people are nasty. Speaking of happy skooma suckers, the manic Jizidzo jokes.
I'm Jizidzo. What has 4 legs, a tail, and is red in Cyrodiil? A bloody black horse courier.
I think you'll be happy to know the demented Jizidzo, well, I wrecked him for you.
So I said, wreck them. You killed him. Great work. See you later.
And finally, we spy the seated surly Hawkfear, who cannot be bothered to rise as we approach and instead waves off.
Hello. I heard you're working for those Manics. Leave me alone. I don't want trouble.
Like his double, we use a spell of paralyze, but realize he's probably already bolted onto the chair and finish him off with a coup de grace. After which we note, all the demented residents of Split are dead. I should return to Hawkfear Beararm for my reward. Taking his belongings, we seek out the workaholic Beararm, taking a brief break, and he questions.
Don't you have work to do? Like getting rid of those demented bastards?
The double trouble of this town is finally over.
Got all of them, did you? Good work. I promised you a reward, and here it is. Now go find some other work to do, you layabout.
We're then somewhat unsurprisingly gifted a similar 600 gold for our reward, being the same amount no matter who we side with, making the choice purely preferential, as Hawkfear dismisses.
Looks like you've taken care of it. Good work. Now go find something else to do. Work hard.
The rest of the town, upon seeing our success, will then comment.
You little sugar pie. You've done such a good job. Yes, you have. Run along and play.
Good riddance. How many jizzles can you fit in a bread box? One. There's only one. Toodaloo, ahaha.
I love happy endings. May your story end happily.
2, 3. Good that there are no more doubles. 4, 5. Goodbye.
Here, kitty, kitty. Una Armina runs a museum in Crucible. Una Armina runs the museum. She's always looking for new pieces for her collection. Take care. Good that things are settled. We can get back to work. See you later.